do you want to be when you grow up? Do you have some people that want to share? Go ahead. She says a vet. Yes, is a vet. Archaeologist, a veterinarian, archaeologist. Ninja. For the FBI. All right, who has to go over here, share? How about you right blue at the end? Yeah. A football player. Who wants to be a football player here? Right here. What do you want to be?
Army man.
An army man. These are all so different and exciting. A doctor. Oh my goodness, you guys, you have so many wonderful, beautiful dreams. So many beautiful dreams. So how many times do you think you've been asked that question? How many times? A lot? Maybe every year since you were 6 years old? Or younger? Since you were 3, people were asking you what you want to do when you grow up. So maybe every year since you were 3, maybe every week. Sometimes you feel like people are asking you every day, what do you want to be when you grow up? Sometimes I feel that way. People still ask me. Mrs. Helge, what did you want to be when you were little?
I wanted to, really? I just kidding. I wanted to be an airline stewardess until I saw the day that planes sometimes dip and makes your tummy go whoop, and that made me sick, so then I changed my mind. And I wanted to be a vet, but then that didn't work out either. And then I wanted to be a youth director, and that's what I am.
There you go. There you go. So Callie and I work with youth in Ghana. Okay, youth that are pretty close to your age. They're actually 15 years old to 19 years old. Okay, and these youth, at one point, for many different reasons, ended up living on the streets. And that means that when they went to sleep at night, they didn't have a roof over their head. And that means that they didn't know where their next meal is going to come from. And that means that they didn't necessarily have a shower to take a bath. And they didn't have people that were taking care of them. That means that these youth were never asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? So a band is what Callie and I do. And a band is a refuge for these kids, for these girls. And we ask them the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you know what? Even though they've never been asked that question, they all have an answer. Some of them want to be seamstresses, which is someone who sews. Some of them want to make jewelry. Some of them want to go back to school. They want to graduate from college. Who here wants to graduate from college? Just like girls in Ghana, just like boys in Ghana. So even though these kids have never been asked the question, what do you want to do? What do you want to do when you grow up? They've thought about it, and they have an answer for it. And do you know why that is? Do you know why? Well, in the Bible it says that each of us has purpose. Each of us has a reason to be living. And so even though these girls have never been asked that question, they know that they have potential to, they will achieve their dreams. Okay? And not only does God give us purpose, and does God give us dreams, but in Psalms it says that He wants to give us the desires of our heart, right? So the desires of our heart, that's where our dreams come in and our purpose comes in. So even though today you think, I really want to be a teacher and this is what I want, you know what? Maybe that's God that's speaking into your heart. And He's going to lead you just like He led Mrs. Helge. She had different dreams and it led her here to be with all of you today. So, a band, like I was saying, is what Callie and I work with. And we try and ask these kids what they want to do, you know, what they want to be when they grow up. And then we help them. First, we believe in them, just like your teachers believe in you. And then we give them education so that they can achieve their dreams, just like what you have here at Christ Lutheran. And then we love them. We love them. Just raise your hand if you feel loved. Everyone should have their hands up because you know the love of Christ. And you're surrounded with that every day. So, as we go forward, one of the ways that a band is also educating youth is by recycling. Raise your hand if you recycle. Recycle. You want to learn a new word? No? This new word is called upcycling. Can you say upcycle? Upcycle. It's just like recycling, but recycling is where you take trash and you reuse it. Upcycling means you take trash and you make it more valuable than it was before. So in Ghana, they drink out of little plastic bags. Okay? So, you know your Ziploc bag that your sandwich comes in every day? That's kind of like what it is, except for it's filled with water. And unfortunately, the people drink down the water and then they throw it on the ground. So what happens if people are throwing things on the ground and never picking it up? What happens? It's called littering. Good job. It gets piled up everywhere. It gets dirtier and dirtier. Exactly. One more. What was that? That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So these plastic bags, do you know those mosquitoes? Who likes mosquitoes here? There's 3 of us. There's not many people like mosquitoes, but because these bags have water inside of them, right? The mosquitoes love the water and they breed, so there becomes more and more and more and more of them. And that causes diseases. And just like you were saying, the livestock, the animals eat the plastic. And plastic is not good to eat, it hurts us. So there's less livestock. And it also overflows and it piles up like you were saying. So there's all these problems with the plastic. And so we work with these kids, right? And they upcycle this plastic into different things. So they get to use their creativity, just like you do in your drama class or your music class or your art class. They use creativity to upcycle their trash. So all this, that used to be on the streets of Ghana. So, I guess I'm just going to leave you with today the reminder that God is working in your heart right now. And those dreams that you have, He wants those to come